Okay. So guys, we had a small break because of which we are uh, we are not in the correct touch is what I will say. So what I'll do is I'll quickly revise few things and then I'll keep moving. First thing first. So I have a Terraform instance and I have installed Terraform on this. So let me take this IP address. Give me one second. Okay, so this is my EC2 instance appearance. Let me change the font size. Authentication. Let me browse and take my key pair. Key pair. Open. Let me become a root user. Let me clear all these things. Okay, so here is where I am. So if you remember, we started with a script. So if I am coming here and say ls minus l, so this is what we had started with. First demo.sh. Okay, so this is what we were working on. So we told something like this: cat main.tf. So this is my code. Okay, where I told my provider is going to be AWS, the region is going to be US East 1, and I'm going to create a resource which is AWS instance, and then that AWS instance will have a name as my EC2. This is the AMI which I took, and then I'm passing the variable as instance type. Now this variable will come from this file number.tf. Here I'm saying the variable is instance type and the type is string. So I'm not giving any value here. Now, because you're not giving any value here, the moment you go and say Terraform plan, okay, Terraform plan. So it will ask you for that instance type. What instance type would you like to go with? T2.micro. Okay, then it will take T2.micro and it will create via T2.micro. Okay, so this is, did I say, okay, so I have already created it with T2 nano. So it is saying that it will change to T2 micro. That is when I have not mentioned anything on my number dot or the variable file. Now, if I go ahead and say cat number dot tf, sorry, nano. So now if I come here and say default, DEFAULT, default is equal to, let me say, I will say it is T2 or T2 large. Okay, the default is T2 large. Control X, Y, enter. Now, if I run it, it will not ask me for that value because earlier it was asking. Now it will not ask me. So let me just come here and say Terraform plan. See here. So T2 nano will be changed to T2 large. One second. Sorry, man, I was speaking on mute. So basically, I have shown you three varieties here. Okay. So the first variety is variable. So let me just take it step by step again because I was in mute for a while. So I am using this variable instance type. The first stuff is that you go to your variable file, which is in my case number.tf, use the default value. That is one way. Second is you remove this default value. The moment you remove the default value, it will ask you what you want to provide. If you want to override this value, you will have to come and say something like this. Okay. And it will be overwritten. So these are the ways in which I can override the variable, whatever it is. Now, here it is saying, see here, this will be overwritten. This will be overwritten. Okay. Now, many a times, this will cause a problem to you. So if you see here, whenever you are doing something, okay, it is saying these attributes are not going to change, right? But still you see a lot of refresh is going to happen here. Let me show you. Wait a second. Wait a second. Huh? Terraform. Let me just destroy the thing first, okay? Or it will work like that also. Wait. Give me 1 second. Huh. So this is what I'm trying to change. As of now, the instance which we have. See here, it is refreshing. Okay. So refreshing means it is going to take some time. Always it is going to take some time. And then it is going to say that, okay, this is what it is now. And this is what you're going to change. So here you can add a flag and you can put it like this, minus refresh flag false. 1 second, just let me come here. Minus refresh is equal to false. So minus refresh equal to false. So comparatively, okay, comparatively, it will be faster. So the instance will not get refreshed. So if you see here that refresh is equal to false, if we have given that refresh will be suppressed. See here, there is no refresh done here. Earlier, if you see, every time this refresh is happening. Okay, so this is what you can do in case you want to stop the refresh. So generally we do this to Terraform, and I will destroy. Destroy auto AWPR. So it says fail to parse the command Terraform TERRA form destroy DSTROY minus auto AWPROVE. Okay, so this is what I have right now. Now, on top of this, let's start making changes. Now, one common problem which we are facing here is this AMI, right? Whenever I'm going and updating it, I have to be very specific to the region where I'm working. Let me just show you the script. Let it get destroyed first. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, so the similar type of code I will have, but I will do something here. See, every time when I go with a region, I have to go with corresponding AMI. The moment I change my region, so the moment I change my region, let me say from US East 1, I become AP East 1 or AP South 1, something like this. The moment I go with this, automatically it will fail. So let me just come here and say Terraform apply. So the moment I go ahead and say apply, you will see that it will go and fail. So nothing has changed. The region has changed and corresponding AMI ID has changed. Okay. So here, this is what we are trying to generalize. Okay. We will write a piece of code where I will take care of this change of region and all. Okay. So let me just come out of this. And let's create a folder, mkdir, okay, dynamic AMI, mkdir dynamic AMI. So let me just go here and say dynamic AMI, okay. Nano, I'm going to create main.pf, okay. And in this main.pf, I'm going to add something. I'll show you what I'm going to add. This is my actual stuff, which I was working for some time back. Provider is AWS. Okay. I'm going to create an AWS instance. This is my AMI and this is variable instance type. Same as what we have earlier. Nano. And here I will say variable.tf. And in the variable.tf, I'll just put this thing. So this is exactly what we have done till this point of time. So I'm saying there is a variable file. In that variable file, I have instance type, and the instance type value you will get from here. Okay, straightforward. Now, if I want to run this, I will simply come here and say Terraform init. Okay, and then let me say there is some problem. Okay, some problem, and the syntax. This is a syntactical problem. Okay, so main.tf. So let me say somehow I missed this thing. Okay, somehow I missed this thing. Now, the best way to get hold of this is you say Terraform validate. So it will give you that there is a problem here. So basically it is telling you, if you come here now, see here, it's giving you so many errors. So basically it starts here. Now, because you have missed something here, throughout it is showing you a problem. So always do a Terraform validate before running the code. Now let's go ahead and say nano main.tf, sorry, nano main.tf, and let me say I have made the correction here. Now, but I'm not very neat and clean when it comes to write the code. I'm just writing the code in some random way. See here, I'm not putting it correctly. Okay, though I have written everything correct, but I have not written correctly. Control X, Y, enter. Now let me clear all these things and simply come here and say cat main.tf. Okay. So if you see, the code is not looking very good. It is not readable at all. So the bare minimum thing which you can do is you can come here and say Terraform FMT or format. So it will say that I have formatted the code main.tf for you. So if you come here and simply say Terraform main.tf, see, earlier the code was like this. Now the code is like this. So obviously these two sanity checks you can do. You can do a Terraform validate to validate the syntax, and you can do a Terraform FMT to put it in a formatted way in case it is not there in the formatted way. If it is there, very good. No, nothing will hamper. But if it is not there, then you can go ahead and do it. Now, one more thing which I would like to do. Suppose I have to write a comment, or I want to tell everyone why am I writing a comment. So either you can write like this, and you can say code for learning Terraform. You can put it like this, code for learning Terraform. You can also put it like this, okay, new code written. Okay, so this is also comment, or alternatively, if you have a multi-line comment, you can say something like this, new code written for Terraform on AWS. Something like this. One second. Okay, so this is how you write a comment. Okay, in case you have to write a comment, and once you have written the comment, Control X, Y, enter. Just check the syntax if everything is correct or not. Terraform validate. Just want to see whether the syntax is correct or not. So looking good. So here I told you 2-3 things to you. First, whenever you write a code, it is a good practice to go ahead and write a comment. So if it's a single line comment, put it like this, hash, and then whatever you want to write. If it is a multi-line comment, put it like this. If you put it like this, it looks good. In case your format is missing, you can come here and say Terraform FMT. So it will give you a proper format. Here nothing was changed, so nothing it gave. And on top of that, you should always go ahead and do a Terraform validate, just to make sure that whatever you're trying to do is correct, or it is syntactically correct. So I have done the code changes, and this is the same code which I was running in my previous thing. So I'll come here and say Terraform plan. So here I will see okay. So if you see here, I am saying one thing will be added, and this will be created. These many items will be created. Now, one question which many people were asking, that what if I want to preserve it? Okay, how will I take? So many people were saying that, I have written a code, and when I write a code, a plan is generated. I want to keep that plan so that in future I can use it. So as of now, if you run this code right now, okay, it will pick these values. Let me say it has picked this value, right? But suppose somebody went ahead and changed the code. Suppose somebody has changed the code, or someone has made a change. Let me say he has made the code changes, something like this. Now, because of this, my code will start failing. If you are keeping it in a GitHub kind of thing, you will come to know who made the changes and all. But suppose you're not keeping it in GitHub, or you don't have the state stored somewhere, then how will you revert back? Okay, so what I will do is I will preserve the plan of this. How to do that? So Terraform plan. So whatever is the plan, you say it will go and sit out, let me say demo plan, give any name of your choice. So you're saying whatever will be generated out of this, you go ahead and put it in demo plan. I'll show you one thing here. ls-l. As of now, only these two files are there. But the moment you go ahead and run this command, terraform plan -out equal to demo plan. Okay. The plan which is getting generated will actually go and sit in that particular stuff. I'll show you this. See here, it will go ahead and sit here. I'll show you ls -l. See here, a new file called demo plan has been created. Okay. If you want to go inside this demo plan and check, you'll see some machine readable content is there. I'm not able to read it. Control C and come out. But this new item which got created, this demo plan, I can, so I'll show you one. Nano main.tf. I have changed something here. Let me say region, I made changes. Okay. In AMI also, I made some changes. Okay. But it will not pick the values from here. It will pick the values from here. So I will say terraform apply, and this demo plan is what I want to apply. So irrespective of what is changing here, it will not change here. And now if I go with Terraform, wait a second, man. Sorry, man, I went on mute. Wait. 1 minute. Let me just clear this guy. I think we have missed something. ls minus l nano main.tf. Let me just come back here. I think we are missing the AMI. So US East 1, US East 1 AMI. So US East 1 is this. This is correct, right? No, this is Mumbai. So let me please give me 1 second, guys. PSI 3434869 @gmail.com. Okay, so let me just change this. I think this AMI is an old one, which is not getting mapped. Okay, Control X, Y, enter. Now what I will do, I will Terraform plan out, and I want the out to demo plan. Okay. Let's clear out. Now, if I want to run the same thing, irrespective of what is happening in my main.tf, let me say I've changed something here. Okay, I have changed something here. But what am I going to run? I'm going to run this guy, demo plan. So I will say Terraform plan, apply, and this demo plan. So here it should go good, irrespective of what is happening here. I'm just creating. Man, why is it giving me an error? Wait, let me run it. Should not give me an error, but it is giving me error. It is saying invalid AMI ID found. The image ID is this thing, 764218. 764218. Aha, my bad, man. Sorry, my bad. North Virginia. I'm not taking the correct AMI. This is what I should take. My bad. Okay, let me just change my main.tf. Say this is US East 1. Okay, so this is what is actually needed. Actually, I'm not giving the correct AMI, and hence it is causing a problem to me. So Control X, Y, enter. What I will do, I will out this plan to demo plan. This is what I'm trying to do. And then I'm saying that once this is done, okay, whatever happens to your actual file, the actual file is main.tf. Whatever you do here, you do a mistake, you remove this guy, you make a change here, you make a change here. So whatever you do, it doesn't matter at all. Why? Because the state I have preserved in the demo plan, and I can simply run this demo plan and make it run, but it is not running. That is strange. This is strange. The demo plan should take it from here, but it is not taking from here. Wait a second. In that case, let me do ls minus l. Okay. Let me come and delete this guy, RM minus RF. I think this is not getting overwritten, but that should not be the case. Nano main.tf. US East 1. This is the AMI. Control X, Y, enter. Okay. So I will preserve the state. How to preserve the state? Terraform plan, and in the out you're saying demo plan. So this plan is getting saved in this demo plan file. And it says you can run this Terraform apply demo plan to get your stuff done. So let's do it. So it will basically create a EC2 instance in US East 1 with that AMI, which I showed you right now. So let's see how is it going ahead and creating it. Okay, let's wait for another 10 seconds and it will be done. It's taking more time, but it will be done. Okay, let's clear this. I can see one resource got created. Okay, but what is this one resource? I don't know. Every time when that resource gets created, I have to go to the console and check. So what I will do is I'll make a small change in my main.tf. I will add a new function here and I will say this is output. Okay. And in the output, I will say something like this. I will say output. The value which you have to print is AWS instance dot my EC2, this guy, my EC2 dot ID. So as an outcome of this, whatever ID get generated, you show it to me. Okay. Control X, Y, enter. So I will run this main.tf only, or before running that, I will say Terraform plan, or just let me do a validate just to be sure that I'm not making any. All output blocks must have one label. Okay, let me give a label also. So it is saying give a label to this. So give a label, say EC2 details. Control X, Y, enter. Let me run it again. This time it is okay. Let me go ahead and do a apply, but apply I'm not doing for demo because I have changed the code. So I'm doing a apply for my Terraform apply auto approves. So I'm doing the apply for main.tf. I'll just make changes to my this thing also. See, apply completed and it says EC2 details. This is the ID which gets generated. Okay. So now I don't have to go to my console and check what is the output. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the output from the console only. Now, let me clear all these guys. The latest code which I have is not there in the demo plan. So I will do something like this. Terraform plan minus out, and I will put it in my demo plan. Okay. Now, if I want to destroy, can I destroy using this demo plan? Let me try. So I'll say Terraform destroy, okay, and destroy using demo plan. So it says destroy cannot be done with the plan file. Okay, so I have to destroy it automatically, like how I do it. Auto approve. So destroy is to be done like this. But once the destruction is done, or once it is destroyed, okay, can I go ahead and create it with the file, the demo file which I have created? Can that be done? Let's check that. Okay, let me clear all these things. ls minus l. So I have this demo plan. The output of the plan, I have kept it here. Can I run this Terraform apply and do this demo plan? Given plan is no longer to be applied because the state was changed by another operation after the plan was created. Okay, so let's create it again. We'll say Terraform plan out, sorry, single out, and then the out is going to demo plan. Okay, now it says now you can do that. Terraform apply demo plan. So this time it should work. And your EC2 is getting created. Now, let me go step by step. So there are 4 or 5 items which I have discussed. So let me go step by step, and then I will explain everything again, and then I will open it for questions. And then we'll go with the next topic. Okay. So let me just create this guy, and then I will take everything step by step. Another 20 seconds, I guess, because it is taking some 40 seconds to create this. Okay. Let's clear everything. Now, whenever you create anything, the first thing what you do is you put a Terraform in it. Because at the end of the day, I need this file, this .terraform thing I need. Unless and until I have this, none of the Terraform commands will work. Done. Point number 1, done. Whenever I write a code, the first file which I write is main.tf. You can give any name of your choice, but the first file which I write is main.tf. Here I learned that if I have to write comments, I can do a hash, and whatever I want to write, I can write. That is a 1-line comment. But at the same time, if I have a multi-line comment, I need more number of lines to be picked up. In that case, I will go ahead and use this particular thing to do a comment. Done. Then I learned that I am going to use provider as AWS. There is a region for my AWS, and specific to that region, I have a AMI, or Amazon Machine Image. When I want to create an Amazon EC2 instance, I need bare minimum the AMI and the instance type. Now, in the instance type, I can see it is var.instance type. It means there is some variable called instance type which is declared somewhere. Where it has been declared? So I have a file called variable.tf, and here this particular thing has been declared as T2 micro. If it was not declared as T2 micro, so now if I run this, if I simply come here and say Terraform plan, and then I just run the plan. Okay, I don't do anything. I just say Terraform plan, and I try to run this. So automatically it will try to pick that particular thing. Okay, it is already there. So let me just destroy it once and just put it again. Destroy. Give me some 10-20 seconds. And meanwhile, I'll also open the chat. Okay. So anybody who wants to ask a question, you can ask. So whatever I'm doing along with that only, if you have any question, you can ask. Let me clear this. So I have main.tf, where I have a variable called instance type, and I have my variable.tf, where this variable has been declared as T2 micro. If I don't mention anything, if I simply say Terraform apply or Terraform plan, it will pick this default value, which is T2 micro, which we are able to see. So let's come here. And I can see that this default value is picked up. But what if I have not mentioned anything in the variables file? I don't mention any default value here, or I have not mentioned any default value here. What should happen? Or what will happen? This time, if I run plan, it will run, but it will ask me the value. You tell me what value you want to give. Okay. Suppose the value is there, variable.tf, a default value is there. P2.micro. And I want to override that value. So I say Terraform plan, okay? And then you say minus var dot instance type, and that should be equal to var dot instance type, and that should be equal to, let me say, T2 large. Var dot instance type equal to T2 large. Is this not the syntax? Okay, within double quotes you have to give minus var equal to. So let me just clear this. The syntax is minus var equal to, within quotes you give instance type, instance var equal to, and within that you say equal to, like this. So now it will pick, but it will pick the overridden values, the values which I have given. You can come here and check. It is overriding the values. So this first thing what you have done is overriding the default values or taking the values from the variable file. This is point number one. Second point what we discussed is, if I'm writing a main.tf, but I am making some mistake and I don't know that I made some mistake. So it is always a good practice to go ahead and say Terraform validate and get the error. And most of the times, okay, most of the times, the error will be straightforward. You will be able to understand, because if you see here, missing a new line argument, and here it is clearly saying that in the line number 6, there is some problem and cascading problems are there. So this is what you have to go ahead and change. After the change, Terraform validate, and the code looks perfectly okay to me at this point of time. When you write a code, many of them will write a clean code, something like this. It's a clean code, you can read, but few of them, they don't write a clean code. Nano main.tf. So let me say they have put this thing here. This region equal to, they have put something here. Okay. This they have put somewhere here. This they have put somewhere here. And This they have put something. So it's a haphazard way. It is something is lying somewhere. So somebody who comes and say cat main.tf, he'll see it is not readable. Can you read the code? I can't read it. So we say Terraform fmt, format the code. So main.tf has been formatted. Now read the same code. You will be able to see it is formatted. So we talked about Terraform format, Terraform validate, how to write a comment. Now, in this section only, I added this guy, output. Why am I adding output section? Because I want to see what happens at the end of the execution. So if I run this command, or if I run this script, what happens at the end, I would like to see. And for that reason, I have written this Terraform output. Now, if you don't write ID, let me say you don't write this .id. So it will give you all the details related to the EC2 instance. Maybe you don't want all these things. So you need only the public IP, or let me just take everything. Let me see what all will get generated. So let's go ahead and say Terraform plan. Okay. So these many things will be generated. Let me say I don't need everything. I just need, let me say I just need the ARN. Okay. Or I just need the host ID. Okay. So I'm asking only for the ID as of now. So it is showing me the ID. But let me say I'm asking for the public IP address. Okay. So how will I do that? I will come to the code and I will say I want to see the dot public IP. Let's run it. Okay, so it will execute and it will come up with everything. But at the end of the day, it's saying, I am going to run this. The output I'll show you after I am ready. Okay, so it will again take 40 seconds, create that particular thing. And at the end, it will show you that output. So that is a little bit easy for me. I don't have to go back to my console and check what is the output. So that is one good thing which I'm getting here. See here, I'm getting the output. EC2 details the output. If you want to revalidate this, you can very well go here. You can go here and say not Virginia only, right? So you can come back to your instances. And here you will see that there is an IP address 3090.209.192.194. 390.209.194. So all these details can be given, like dot device name, dot volume size, dot private DNS, or dot CPU core count. So all these things can be given. It is up to you. What do you want to see in your output? Done. Then the last thing which we were doing is, many of you were asking that if I want to preserve the state, so I did Terraform plan and I get some output. I want to preserve that state. So to preserve that state, you have to simply come here and say out and whatever name you want to give. So I gave the name as demo plan. Then later I can use this guy called demo plan to get my work done. So I don't have to run that thing again and again. Okay, so this is my demo plan getting created. Now, every time when you run your script, it refreshes and it takes time. So if it's a very big infrastructure, it's going to take a lot of time to refresh everything. So I can also do something like this, minus refresh equal to false. Means don't refresh anything. I don't want to refresh. So here it may not look that fast to you, but at least you can see that this line is suppressed or this line is not getting done again. And if you want to provision the infrastructure by using this demo plan, you can very well say Terraform apply and this demo plan. And it will go ahead and do it. It's already there. So it will say nothing is there to be done again. But you can use this plan also to work with your stuff. But if you go inside this demo plan, you will see there are some machine readable content present here, which definitely I will not be able to understand. But my Terraform is able to understand. Okay, so things we covered, variables. Second is how to reformat the code, how to check the syntax of the code, how to make use of the output block, and then how to use the output of the plan. So these are the 5 items which we have covered. In tomorrow, I will be talking about functions. Now, there is a very beautiful thing here, Terraform console. Okay, so if you say Terraform console, a stuff like this will open, and you can use functions like I want to know max of in these 3, who is maximum. So it is like this. So I'll teach you, there are many functions here, and then I'll teach you modules. So function and modules, if you know this much, you know 60 to 70% of what Terraform can do. So tomorrow we will start with functions, and from there we will go ahead and do more things. Okay, so any doubts, any questions related to the things we covered today?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Good evening. Okay, good evening.
Thank
you very much for this session.
Yeah.
I actually want to ask a question about the output. So when you put the output, that is when before it is after you put the output that you can put that .id public IP, right?
Yes, here you can put anything. Public IP. If you want the private IP, you can say private IP.
Yeah, what I'm saying is after you must have done a dash output, that is Terraform plan dash output, right? That's when you can now do this. Okay, so the output, where does it go? When you did dash output, out to demo plan, and you cannot read the demo, you cannot read it, only the mesh, only the Terraform can read the demo plan. Yes,
see, when you do this Terraform plan and you say dash out is the output, go and sit in demo plan. Something like this is what you're doing. Okay, right. So it is going and sitting here itself in your current folder only. So it is refreshing the state, and here if you see, this guy is sitting here. Okay. Now, if you want, you can preserve it. How can you preserve it? So you can take it to a GitHub or somewhere else and you can use it. Because the moment you do a Terraform destroy -- auto approve, it is losing its state because it is taking reference from TF state file. So it is losing its importance. Okay. So it will go ahead and delete this guy. It generally takes 30 seconds, 40 seconds to delete everything. Okay, so it is destroyed. Now, if you do the same thing which you did sometime back, like Terraform apply and apply using this demo plan, it will not work. It is saying the plan file is no longer valid and hence cannot be applied because there was change done in the plan. So basically the TF state file has changed. So now if you come to your TF state file, This is my TF state file. So if now come to the TF state file, it doesn't have any details. The resource detail, the output detail is missing, and hence
Right.
it is of no use to me.
Okay. So now you need to do you need to run the Terraform
Again,
from demo plan.
yes. If I do again something like this, okay, then again this demo plan will be updated. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
And then I can run it again. Okay, if I run this, then this demo plan will update it, and then I can run it again.
Okay, so in that case, you don't need to put to reference the main.tf again.
No.
Okay, so it's the one that you saved.
Tell me again.
I mean, is the demo plan that you have saved, the file that you saved, that will now get updated?
No, it will see. It is in sync with your TF state file. So whatever you're keeping here, okay, this demo plan, whatever you're keeping here, is a replica, or it is corresponding to your TF state file. So as of now, because you have run this particular thing, the demo plan has a data. See here, 32 something.
Right.
Okay, but if you do a destroy and come back here, it will be almost 0. So it will have no data.
Oh, okay.
So it is just an alternate way. So generally how we do, we say Terraform apply, and then we say -- auto approve. This is one way of running it. If you don't want to run this way, you can say Terraform, okay, and apply, and you say demo plan.
Okay.
These are the two alternate ways of going ahead.
Okay. So when you want to get any of the variables that is being created, you must have output. You must run output first before you now put
not mandatory. See, even if you don't run the output, it will go and sit here. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. So if you want to get one of the variables, like you got the IP address, the volume, so you can still do.
Yes, you can still do. You can still do it.
Thank you.
Hi, Vikas.
Yeah.
This is Maheshwar.
Yeah.
For output, you have mentioned separate block. Instead of separate block,
yes,
can we mention in each and every stage where?
Yes, you can do it. Yes. So your thing is, let me say I'm creating one resource here. For that, I created one output block. I created one more resource, or let me say in the output, I want something like this. Okay.
No, my query is related to, suppose the code is debugging in provider block. So I want to display now. I am setting region for this instance. Like that, I want to display.
That can also be done. But generally we do only for resources, and why and how we are doing, I'll just show you. Wait. See, whatever is there in your TF state file now. See here, you have this TF state file now.
Yes.
Here you have this output section. This is only you're displaying. So when you put when you put a output here, it is corresponding to this guy only, because this guy is having the output. This is the memory. This is the place where everything is there. Okay.
But my query is related to.
Yes, I understood your query. I told answer to that. So suppose you have var.instance type. You want to print the value of this. Yes, you can do that. You go ahead and print the value. That is acceptable. It will be printed. Right? That was your question, right?
For each and every block, where the code is debugging, in that status, I want to display with custom message.
See, when you want to debug, there's a separate module for that. Okay. I'm just saying it is for printing purpose.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Fine. I'll share the recordings with you. Please go through the recordings once, and then let's again sit and talk on this if you face any problem or anything like that. Okay. See you then, guys.
Okay, thank you.